What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Best Card Breaks. This is Nick, and we are live with another Blaster 2024 Bowman Random Teams case. How we doing tonight, everyone? Let me know who's hanging out. Say hello in the chat if you're joining us. Ready to kick off a night. A little late. I do apologize. My wife had a dinner this evening, and neither of us expected it to go, past 8:30. So had to wait till she got home. Obviously, can't leave the kids alone. So we're ready. We're here. We're ready to go. Hope everyone had a great day. Let me get this organized, and we'll be ready to rip. All right, here we go, my friends. Let's get this case opened up. We got this. We have, I think, four teams left in our hobby case pick your team that we might either rip right after this, or we're going to have to rip it after midnight. It's going to be a late night because we have UFC, Topps Chrome UFC Midnight to rip tonight at midnight, which is going to be a lot of fun. Excited for that product. Oh yeah. Works every time. Let's get this up. Beautiful. I just bumped the overhead. I think I did. Alright. Push this back. We are ready to go. About an hour or so, just over an hour on the rip time here for the blaster case. So let's get rolling, my friends. Good luck to everybody. Good luck to everybody. Okay, so he took them. So the Twins are gone. So we have 3 teams left. 3 left with some nice discounts there. Mariners, 2 left. Yankees and Nationals, 2 of the big teams. 25 off the Nationals, 20 off the Yankees. If you're looking for some late night Bowman action, and one of the big teams at that, there's 2 open. We also have Select Basketball open. I've kind of put that to the wayside today because I've been trying to fill UFC. That'll definitely at least rip tomorrow if we don't get there tonight, but there's some nice discounts there as well. So check that out. If you're a basketball fan, dropped pretty much 10 to 20 off all remaining now. Pacers not looking good at halftime. I'm not, not excited to have the Pacers losing. Let me turn this fan on here. All right. Get some airflow in this room. All right, so we had 7 autos, I think it was, in the last case. The first case we had 9. So let's see if we can get 9 here. We've had some really, really good hits in each one. Had that the Dylan Cruz green auto in the first case. Had that beautiful Ellie gold insert in the second case. Our Super Bounty, I think it's 2150, if I recall. So up there, getting up there. I can't believe we have not yet hit a Superfractor in 2024 Bowman. And this is case number 37. We got 38 ripping in a little bit as well. So hopefully tonight's the night someone's going to take home that nice bounty. First 4, here we go. Good luck, everybody. Good luck, good luck. Get my list back here. There we go. Ash on the Nationals in this one. Getting the big Nationals. Mr. Votes. Anybody watch The Boys? Anybody excited for The Boys season 4? They just renewed for season 5 as well. Pretty exciting. I like The Boys show. Miles Naylor on the Lunar. Elijah Green to $4.99. Our first numbered hit of the break. I've been watching. What TV shows are you guys watching right now? What some new ones or some things you're in the middle of? I'm currently going through Vikings. Now that it's on Netflix, same as I'd watched Vikings Valhalla, so I've been a fan of Vikings so far. I'm in season 4, and I've heard it just gets really bad. So in season 5, season 4 already, not as big of a fan as the first 3 seasons, but that's generally majority of shows. I feel you get season 1, and then nothing else lives up to it, right? The other seasons are just downhill. There's very few exceptions. I feel like what we got here, Jared Dickey, number 2, $3.99 on the lava. Breaking Bad, I feel like was pretty. Didn't follow that. That show is just good. Period. Couple of weird seasons. There you go. Right off the bat, Dylan Cruz on the Lunar. Trip to Atlanta was good. It was fun. Just it was business, so didn't we went to the Braves games, but that was kind of it as for the pleasure. All the rest was business. Let's see. That's for $3.50. Yankees for $2.75 to close. Ryan Clifford to $4.99. Felton Celestine Lunar. Jefferson Rojas, a little Cubbies action to kick it off. Paper base ink. Cubs over to Nathan. Man, do people not talk on YouTube? What shows do you guys watch? Nothing. We don't watch any shows. I always try and talk to you guys, and then nobody talks back. So I'll be quiet. I hate being quiet during breaks. All right. How about the Fever, right? Caitlin Clark debut. And they're losing pretty big. I was wondering, I'm like, maybe the Fever will just be dominant all year. No, I'm gonna lose first game of the year. All right, I believe we got the Yankees. Yankees to close. $2.75 to close up our hobby case. Hopefully we can get that in after this, knock it out, and then we'll rip Midnight UFC after that. Had to step in tonight again. We got the third string, calling in the third string. Joe and Zach are on the IL, IR, whatever you want to call it. Joe has a messed up back, and Zach has a messed up thumb. So here I am, the replacement. I had to call him the old guy. Here we go. Numbers 5 through 8. And to 150, Diego Cartaya. Mini Diamonds, top 100, going out to the Dodgers. Like Mitchell, Lunar. And Jacob Burke to 175 for the White Sox. Elijah Green, Lunar. Brandon Maeda to 499. Luis Matos rookie ink. Going out to the Giants. Nice one for Dave Welch. There you go, Dave. Nice Matos rookie auto. Loved getting the chrome ink. Starting off pretty well. Emmanuel Tejada on the Lunar. 2 autos in the first 4. That's what I like. Good start. Awesome. Love it when the chromes just decide to slide. Kalaz, nice one, Rockies, Lunar. And through 8. Nine through 12. Anybody out there you guys want to talk about? Is there anybody out there? Going to a concert Friday night. I'm kind of excited. I haven't been to a concert in a long time. Don't have time. Anybody like Nothing More? Nothing More, Wage War. So I'm going to see. Let's see. All right. So. And we've got Samuel Basalo to $2.99. Cespedes, Red Sox. Lunar. Bought a case of blasters 2 days ago. Ton of time sorting. Yeah, there's the blasters are good. There's a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff in the blasters for sure. Especially if you're going through and sorting all the paper. You can get a few sets. Make a few paper sets. It's a lot of the we sell the paper on its own. Oh boy. Another out of 5. Ty Pete. That's the one earlier today was Mariners as well. John Ratzlaff. There you go. Ty Pete. That is a true red base. True red chrome, I should say. Number to 5. There you go. The one earlier was lava. That's kind of nice. I'm a big fan. You can hit, supers and reds and all sorts of stuff in the blasters for the base cards, the chromes. Autos, it's base chrome, yellow chrome, and then green, the exclusive greens. But for the base stuff, you can pretty much hit everything. Yeah, a lot of our paper buyers like sorting. They sort them, make sets, sell the sets. You can actually, if you got the time and patience and you want to make sets, that's out of 150 Roman Anthony prospect power up. You can actually make some nice money doing that. Brock Wilken, especially right off the bat. Buy some early paper sets, get them in, or early paper base, sort them by set. You'll get probably what eight sets or so, 7 or 8 sets. Sell them by the set. 10 base sets of 1 to 100. Okay, so that's just the regular. Or you're talking about for paper? Starting on the 150. Okay. Yeah, so 1 to 100 on the chrome, right? Bryce Lunar. Yeah, because the 50 vets or whatever. Rookies don't have chromes. Westberg rookie. Nice one. Orioles to $1.99. I forgot Jordan Westberg's in here too. A lot of these rookies kind of fall to the wayside when you're ripping Bowman. You just don't think about them as much. Langford, Lunar. Green Volpe for the Yankees on the paper. That takes care of 12 blasters. Sometimes those papers don't like to slide into a little harder to slide into the top loaders. 13 through 16. Like our hobby case is closed, so I'm gonna try and get that knocked out right after this before we rip UFC. If we happen to fill select basketball tonight, we'll rip that after UFC. Oh, that's you. Okay, cool. Sweet. Appreciate it. Now, you said you're local? Is Joel, right? Yeah, Joel. Joel Sparks. You probably don't see me in the shop very often if you pop in. Joe, you are not in this. Joe. Sorry, not to be confused with Joel. Joe Dickin. No, sir. But you're welcome to hang out. Yeah, we got you on the Yankees. Appreciate the close. We'll get that closer mojo for you. But yeah, if you're local, it's also going forward $2 off per spot or team. George Walkow. So for local pickup, we do a $2 discount for every team or spot you buy. And nice one for the Brew Crew, Luke Adams out of 75. Joe Dickens, a funny guy. Yeah, Joe, you're not in it. Gary, you're in. Yeah, Gary's in this one. Gary's in it. You can cheer on Gary. We'll put Luke up. It's a good hit. Hang out on the showcase for now. The Blaster showcases look so different from the hobbies. It's like the Blaster cases is like poor man's hobby box, right? It's about equivalent to 10 hobby boxes. Jordan to 175. So you kind of get more color overall. Lombard, there you go, Yankees. Get more color overall. You get 8, 9 autos. Some of them are paper, but you're getting base. You're just missing. You're really missing out on the color autos. Is what ends up happening. And of course, some paper instead of chrome. You're rooting for Gary. Oh, the Athletics Cardinals combo. That's who you're rooting for. So I guess a Josh Gibson out of 399, Michael Arroyo. If you can hit those, you got to be able to hit those in blasters, right? And purple Jared Dickey to 250. Christopher Morel to 499, Cubbies. Cruise base. Antonio Anderson, Lunar. There we go. How about a green paper to 99? George Lombard. Mr. Hicks and the Yankees. Nice, nice. Very nice, Mr. Brian. Lombard to 99. Let's get that big boy standouts. Very nice. Doing good so far. Strong, oops, wrong stack. Strong first half here. The past two cases have been like stronger back halves. So nice to see some hits coming out early. Have never had anything graded. You pulled a Cruise Auto out of 150. Think about rolling the dice. Yeah, that's definitely a good one to send in for sure. There's really no rules, right, with grading. You know, I'm happy to give advice. You know, if you ever have questions, you know, Zach too, if you've met Zach in the shop. Zach's our GM. He's the long hair, Gardner Minshew looking fella. He really looks like Gardner Minshew, and he's happy to help as well. If you ever have any questions when you stop in, feel free to ask. No such thing as a stupid question. We're happy to help people out. Cruz is definitely a good candidate for grading. Basically, there's two different ways you can grade, right? Well, actually, really three, right? You're going to grade to hope you get a 10, and you're going to sell it for profit. Because 10s, generally, you know, the vast majority of the time, increase in value a good bit to make a profit. You know, let's say, you know, the way I always kind of use some simple explanations. If you have a $10 card raw, say it's worth $10, and you spend $25 to grade it. Now, even if you got the card for less than $10, or you pulled it in a break, whatever, you opened it in a box you opened, I like to say you're into the card for $35, right? It's a $10 card, 25 grading, total of $35. Now, if it gets a 10 and you can sell it for $60, you're golden, right? Because your other option would be to sell it for $10 raw. So in this case, if a 10 turns it into a $60 card, but you sell it raw instead, you're just losing out on $25 of potential profit. All right. Now, there's other things to consider. Do you need the money now? Is that $10 important? Are you okay waiting a month and a half for the card to come back? Yeah, you still have to hope it gets a 10, right? So selling to make a profit. Then to grading to make a profit. Then there's grading for your PC. Anything goes at that point. If it's a card you like, you want it slabbed up to be protected, to look nice, do whatever you want. Grade whatever you want. At that point, it's like if you're going to keep it anyway, you know, you're investing the cost to grade to essentially put it in a case. You know, kind of easy to store. You don't have to worry about getting damaged or whatever, especially PSA announced some new slabs today that are going to help keep cards inside better for longer, even though they kind of already did, right? And then number 3 is grading for potential future profit, which is big time with Bowman, right? So sometimes what I'll do, I'll find some guys I like that are cheap, right? Some cheap players that have a lot of potential, that might be still 19, 20 years old, have some good stats, have good ratings, you know, maybe, you know, strong arms and bats and potential for 30 plus power kind of thing. Find some nice Bowman guys that are cheap and grade them, and then wait, right? Felix Morabel, Angels, and then you hope. And then at that point, it's a hope the player pans out. So let's just use Morabel, right? He's a lower end guy, you know, not the cheapest. So let's say this is a $20 auto. I don't know. I haven't looked at Morabel's prices in a few days, but let's say it's a $20 auto. Now maybe I like Morabel. I think he's got a strong feature, which a lot of people do. He's not a bad target to throw some specs in. invest in a few shares, if you will. I buy that for 20 bucks, or I pull it in a break. I send it off to grade for 25. Now I'm into it for like 45 bucks, right? Byron Churio, nice one for the Twins. I'm gonna stick it in a drawer or a Zion case or something for a while. All right. Now I hope that he all of a sudden just goes crazy in AAA, and that's really the time to sell, in my opinion. Right, when these guys are cruising in AAA and have super hype behind them, their call up is imminent, their prices go through the roof. In general, when they get called up and then if they like just don't quite perform like they were in AAA, they go down. You know, even though they still stay good, they drop a little bit. Gabriel Gonzalez. So now I'm like, oh boy, I sent that into grade. It got a PSA 10. I stuck it in a drawer. I got Sabin Ceballos to 199, and now dude's crushing AAA, and that PSA 10 base auto, when I got it back, was worth like 50 bucks. Now it's 120. I'm selling, right? So that's your other option. You know, you're grading as an investment for potential future profit, and a lot of that's with Bowman. I mean, it's more so Bowman than anything else, right? Because in the football world, your quarterbacks, you know which ones are good. You know, Brock Purdy was the big surprise. He's kind of been the anomaly in recent years. You know, last pick, nobody, you know, thought anything about him. He didn't even have any rookie cards, or he had one in Donruss or something like that. And then all of a sudden he gets the call and just like he's one of the best quarterbacks in the league, right? Kind of an anomaly. But other than that, we all knew Trevor Lawrence, high draft pick. We all knew AR. We all knew CJ Stroud. These guys that are high draft picks, their prices are already baked in. So you're not really grading for potential future profit with those guys because they're already there. They're already big. They're already expensive. So you're grading to hope you get the 10 and then sell it. So hopefully that helps a little bit. You know, Cruz is a great example because that you said it's out of 150. Yeah, Cruz auto out of 150 is pretty big, right? That's probably a $800-900 card, maybe a little more in some cases. Now let's say that's how much it sells for ungraded. Well, if you grade it and you get a 10, it's probably $1,500 now. Okay, so you are gonna probably have to send it at the regular level, which is $80 through us. It's $80. Carlos Silva on the Lunar, and because PSA charges based on the card value, so under 500 is going to be 25. Between 500 and 1500 is going to be 80, and then anything over is kind of 165, and then it goes higher if you have something even bigger. So that's kind of the rule of thumbs with the grading. Hopefully you guys enjoyed my TED Talk, my grading TED Talk. Let's see. Cool. So that's full. All right, we are halfway home, friends. That was a good first half. Yep, and I usually leave by about 3:30ish every day. Most days, Fridays sometimes I'll stay a little longer, but Zach's there, pretty much open to close every day, except Sundays. He's out next week. But Jacob's there as well. He's also very knowledgeable, and he can help with any questions you might have. He's the guy that actually does the grading. He does the submissions and stuff, so he's very familiar with grading and what you should look for and good options to grade. It gets really complicated too, in terms of what all you can grade. Is this card good? Is that card good? Is this good? It's a lot. There's not as much stuff that's gradable as there used to be, right? At one point, the craze was like any base card, any base rookie prism, people were grading. Kobe White base prism rookies at one point were like $100, and now they're like 10, right? So even something like Paolo Banchero, a really good player. He's the top rookie last year. His base prisms, when he was hyped, were only $30, $40. So stuff like that, it's almost not really worth grading anymore. Wemby's kind of an anomaly. Like his stuff's just selling for a fortune. So yes, grade. grade your Wemby Prism base. But, like, I'm not grading... I wouldn't be grading... Even Brandon Miller. I don't know that you go and grade Brandon Miller base prisms anymore. You know, the Thompson brothers base prisms probably don't really need to. The profit just isn't going to be much. You know, you're going to spend $25 to grade it. You can probably buy base prisms for like $5. So realistically, you got to sell it for like 45 or more, and I just don't think those. I don't think they're going to be worth that these days. So you got to get like silvers and better. So for the most part, grading base prisms is out of the question. Football is a different story. A lot of football cards sell for a lot. CJ Stroud base prisms, AR base prisms, all those are great. Basketball is very different now than it used to be. Spencer Nivens to 199, fuchsia chrome. But baseball is also... Ooh, hey, we'll take that one. The Yankees on fire, Mr. Hicks. Jason Dominguez, number to 50 on the rookie paper. And see, those don't like to go in the top loader very well. Very nice. What's up, Chris? Good to see you, sir. A little late to the party, but we're fine. We're about halfway home. So nice Dominguez. Pair that on the showcase with the Lombard. Looks like we're gonna be a Yankees. That's a Ryan Clifford Lunar there. Yankees break here. Yeah, there's a lot of guys in this product that are definitely worth sending off. And even someone like Abimelec Ortiz, you know, I would send his autos. A lot of guys just have any sort of hype. Just getting a 10 on their autos is gonna do really well. Now, Abimelec Ortiz base stuff, probably not. Even most of his chrome numbered things, you know, maybe golden better, but. And answering PMs about the basketball break. Let's see. I ripped a little bit of Bowman. What all did I send? I think I sent off 6 or 7 autos. I sent off a Boston Barrow. I sent off a Brock Wilken I got. I sent off Geno Groover. My case was pretty rough, so I didn't have a whole lot to send, but Ben Williamson, Mariners base chrome ink. Yeah, we're gonna rip the Bowman hobby before we do UFC Midnight, so we'll knock that out, and then UFC Midnight will just be a little later. Mariners, John Ratzlaff. We'll throw that with the Mariners stand. How's the paper spot work? You get all of this stuff right here. All these glorious base paper cards. You get every single one of them. Even first Bowmans, all rookies, everything. Just the plain base paper. It's a lot. And I do have some paper base cases available if you're looking. We do have this blaster case is still available at $75, which is a great deal because it's pretty much the same as a hobby case, and it's like $20 cheaper. So Max Scherzer to $299 there. I do have a couple of hobby and a jumbo case available as well for $90 a piece. If anyone's looking for some paper base cases, but yeah, everything. So it ends up being about 2,000 cards, give or take. And it's good for set building. You know, if you're into making complete paper sets, you can, you know, if you got the time to go through that and make all those complete sets, you sell them on eBay and kind of make a little profit. But it's just a little time consuming, you know. So a lot of people do that. A lot of people like building sets and, you know, kind of like you know, when people sit down and color, right? Adult coloring book kind of stuff. It's like soothing and comforting and relaxing kind of thing. It's probably the same with set builders, right? They just enjoy it, taking the time to relax and make sets, and it's just soothing to them. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it. You're guaranteed a ton of paper. It's plain. It's not special. And you get a ton of it. But you get all the first Bowmans. You know, you get all the Cruz base, all the Lombards, all everything. All the Dominguez and Ellie rookies. So some of that too, there's some potential for grading as well. Paper, at one point, paper base was very good to grade. You know, now not as much, but I would consider grading some Cruz paper. I mean, Jackson Holiday paper was doing pretty well. I would consider grading Ellie paper. You know, those might kind of get you a nice little jump to $40 to $50. But outside of those two, that's probably about it. All right. Well, let's see. 25 through 28, I believe now. All the Jason Dominguez. Yeah. From 2020 Bowman. Yep. And that was selling really well. I mean, when Dominguez used to sell for a fortune too. Those paper base were a lot of money at one point. I think during the hype of him, I want to say his base chromes were around 200 and his base papers were around 100, right? Something like that. It was pretty outrageous. When you kind of look back and think about some things like that, just how high some cards were selling at one point. Lost by 30, the Pacers, yeah. Not, you know, now we're in do or die mode. They had to turn around and put the spanking back on us after the game the other nights. Oh yeah, now you definitely lost for sure. Yeah, I can't imagine what paper JDs are. You might get $20 for them. I have stacks, guys, stacks. All right, back in 2020 when I was kind of early getting back into sports cards, getting into sports card breaking and stuff, I was ripping a lot of retail. I ripped a ton of 2020 Bowman blasters. I ripped a ton of 2020 Topps Chrome blasters, and I was grading. I was very, very heavy grading. Carlos Silva to 250 there. I was very heavy into grading, and kind of basically just grading, get 10, sell them, and you know, just kind of churning and making profits like that. And that's at the time you could kind of do that. That was actually a viable strategy because graded cards were selling for so much, even just plain base. So I have probably 40 to 50 Nico Horner base PSA 10 chromes that are worth $10 now. Nico Horner, fantastic player. Arguably the best player on the Cubs. Like, he's got that contract. Like, he's great. He's like the centerpiece of the Cubs now. $10 for a base chrome PSA 10. Eric Swan, little first Bowman that's not in the regular product, I believe. Dodgers on the base paper ink. I have stacks of him. I have stacks of Randy, which again, Randy Rosarena, super hype player. He got a ton of hype at the WBC. Like, key piece of the Rays organization, and his stuff sells for like $10-12. Kind of same thing. I have a bunch of his chrome and the Topps UK base, which at one point those were like $40 to $50 PSA 10s. JD Gonzalez. So it's crazy what, you know, and even then, like, they were stuck at PSA, and by the time I got them back, they were worth so much less. And I just didn't sell them quick enough, too. So, Jader Arenamo. There we go. Brew Crew, Clint Smith. Nice base auto. Jader. Well, actually, you know what? Retail didn't used to be fire. I'll tell you that. Retail used to stink, right? Back then, when I was ripping those 2020 Bowman blasters, it was pretty much chasing greens. You know, they weren't as loaded. They didn't have as many autos. They didn't really put any regular autos in them. I think it was just paper stuff. So it was green. Now I got lucky and I did hit a green Robert Poussin, and I graded it at Beckett and it got a 9.5 and I sold it for $500. And now that's probably like a $20 card, right? So that was like I got lucky in one of the blasters with that. But retail used to be awful. Now retail is really good. I mean, we're snap filling Bowman blaster cases, guys. Like, retail is amazing. This break is absolutely insane for only $59. For the amount of hits you get, the potential that's still here. We do have the super bounty as well, which helps too. So there's an extra little bonus should we hit a super fractor, you know. So it's great. This is really, really good for only $59. You know, you're not gonna get your orange, red autos, super autos, stuff like that. The autos are kind of limited, but in terms of color and base autos and potential numbered paper stuff, greens, really, really good rip. We're in just outside of Indianapolis. Isaiah Drake on the Lunar. City called Plainfield, basically just west of the Indianapolis Loop in Indiana. We've got 12 blasters left. Let me do a quick peek on our hobby case. Ooh. Hopefully didn't mess anything up there. All right. Thought I was in Florida. No. Oh man, I don't think I could live. I don't think I could live in Florida. It's. Let me update our payments and stuff so I can make sure we'll be ready to roll. Let's see. So we've got Heaslip on Twins. Oops. Yankees is Joel. Randy is the Nats. Brock on the Mariners. We've got Ryan, Brock, Randy, Joel, Jared. All right. So let's see. Brett and Ashley. All right. Cool. All right, so that'll be ready to rip as soon as we're done with this. And we'll hit some UFC Midnight. We get to rip that early. I'm excited. It's kind of the first time they're allowing us to do something like this. And it's like a test. Kind of like a pilot thing that they're going to allow ripping new releases at midnight. Which I don't see why not. These days, I don't think it matters, you know. The rule is 9 a.m. Eastern to rip new releases, so you can't start before 9 a.m. And the thing is, they get products. No, paper do have 101s, and that does not count as a bounty hit. No, it's only superfractors. Same thing with printing plates; those do not count. Superfractor only, but any superfractor hits it, whether it be a base, a first Bowman, a rookie, anything. An insert superfractor, it doesn't matter. Any superfractor counts to the bounty. We don't do the first Bowman superfractor bounty thing. That we very rarely hit. We get they get us products so early now. You know, we have plenty of time to prepare. Is it pouring? I think it's pouring outside. We've been raining all day here. They get the product to us, you know, with plenty of time. So there's really no reason at this point why you know, we shouldn't be able to just rip starting at midnight on release day. So I think this is something that they're trying out potentially. Especially, it makes sense for midnight, right? The product is called Midnight. So what a cool promotion to rip starting at midnight. Oh, you love it? Yeah, I understand that part. To me, it'd be the humidity. I don't know, like, you know, when we went to Florida on vacation, man, it just gets really hot and sticky and... Ugh. I would love it in the winter when it's a little cooler, right? You know, in the 70s. Maybe, I don't know, what do you get? Maybe every once in a blue moon into the 50s or something like that. But, like, I couldn't do it in the summer. I'd have to live in Florida during the winter. That's probably something eventually, you know, when we get old and retired, buy a Florida home, and head south for the winter, right? Here we go. Next 4. I think this takes us through 32. Where at in Florida are you? I'd probably want to live in northern Florida too, like Panhandle area. Green. Number 299, Elijah Green. You came from the Cali Desert. Down by Miami. Are you familiar with Carbon Collectibles? Carbon Collectibles. It's my friend Fidel. Go visit him and tell him Nick from Best Card Shop sent you. If you haven't been there. Alfredo Duno. Fidel is a phenomenal human being. Yeah, check them out. It's probably, you know, they're in the Miami. I think it's Miami-Dade or something. Whatever the like outskirt of Miami is called or something. But yeah, see how far they are from you. I'm sure you just throw it in Google Maps, it'll pop up. Great shop, really cool. Nice lounging area. Go in, grab a box, sit and rip kind of thing. They do really well with singles. Estuar Suero. Lunar. Jenkins base. Jacob Wilson to 99. It's like those and the Lunars kind of confuse me. They look so similar. Sebastian Walcott. And 8 left. How many autos we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 autos, so we're kind of on pace for get 2 more back here. That makes 8. 8 to 9 I feel like is about what these blasters are averaging. Man, it is really pouring. And it stinks. We actually have a roof leak right now, so which has been a pain in my rear end. Oh my goodness, guys. So when I bought the building. I own the building that we're in the shop. And it used to be a tanning salon. All right, so the tanning salon owner, they actually had the building renovated to kind of turn it into a tanning salon. And they had 4 tanning beds that were like high power and needed ventilation. Oh yeah, into actual, yeah. I don't think they're quite in actual Miami because I agree. I've been to Miami when I was younger, and I don't really care to go again. Let's just say that. No offense if you're in Miami or the Miami area and you enjoy it, but yeah, I don't I'm cool. I'm cool. I'm cool. I'll go to Orlando or Panama City or something. Heck, I might go to Mexico again before I go to Miami. Which also was, we went to Cabo. I don't know. I don't know if I want to go back there again either. I was just getting drugs shoved in my face every 10 steps. So the old building owner had some high power tanning beds that needed ventilation. So I live down here and won't go there. Exactly right. But like I said, I'll just go back. I might go back to Mexico before I go to Miami again, you know? That was, dude, I can't, like, the thing that, I mean, oh, man, like, bless it, but when we went to Miami, and it was in high school, so we're all on the charter bus, and just driving down the road for miles of streets lined with mattresses and people sitting on them, right? All the homeless people for miles down the road. I could not believe it. I couldn't believe it. It's wild. And that, as a child, you know, as a kid, I'm like, my jaw's to the floor. Like, what in the world is this? You know. But anyway, the building here, so they had to cut holes in the ceiling for this ventilation. So they cut holes, and they made vents, and then so when when they took everything out and they took all the tanning beds out, and we renovated the building, so they patched the holes, you know. So they went up to the roof and they put a patch down, they sealed it, whatever. Well, one of them leaked. All right, so they came out, they repatched it. It was cool, and then it started leaking again, like not too long after. And they came out and they like really sealed it, and it was great. It was perfect. Hadn't made it through the winter, no leaking, nothing. And then all of a sudden, like a month ago, started leaking again. So now I'm just getting someone completely different to repatch it, and maybe just put a better patch down. So it's actually leaking right now. And I can just hear it dripping, constantly behind me. But so we have those like ceiling tiles, and we have the ceiling tile right above the leak out, and luckily it's just dripping straight down from like the piece of wood. There's like a piece of wood up there, so it's not like getting water everywhere. It's just like the wood up there is kind of wet, and it's just dripping right into our bucket. So Jared Dickey on the Lunar. But it's annoying because we have, a ceiling tile out. There's supposed to be a light there. And then, a bucket on the floor catching the water drips. Yeah, right, yeah. Don't get me, the water's not everywhere. That's what I was trying to get at. We don't have water all over the shop. It's just dripping right into the bucket, and that's it, so. Yeah, and the first time, like when it happened, I came into the shop, and we actually don't have cards in that area anyway, and the floor was just like completely, just a pool of water, so I just mop it up. I mean, it's easy cleanup. We have hard laminate flooring here. John Wimmer Green Shimmer to 99 on the chrome. Like, we don't have as much good chrome numbered hits as we did in the last case. Sparkle Ty Peets, numbered to $2.99 there. Cole Foster to $3.99. Carlos Sanchez Lunar. Almost need a passport for both. That's true too. Ronnie Hernandez. But yeah, like I said with Carbon, I don't think they're in the Miami. It's like outside of Miami. But it's like Miami. I can't remember the name of the little town. Miami-Dade or Miami something. I don't know. All right, we've got 4 to go. No autos in those 4, so. All right, last 4. We'll get to ripping some hobby. All right, here we go. Last 4 blasters of the nights. Yo, handy on the lunar. And Ryan Burrows for the White Sox. I believe that'll bring us to 7 autos. Come on, one more. White Sox William, Mr. Pavey. I'm sorry, that's incorrect. My apologies. White Sox Nathan on the chrome. Used to live blocks away. Oh, nice, yeah. Only 20 minutes from you. Sweet, Miami Lakes. There you go. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you with that. I'm right there with you. Yeah, we got a tournament this weekend. We play Friday night and then Saturday late morning. And then Sunday for the bracket, so. Yeah, it's a great shop. Good guys. They'll take care of you. I knew it was Miami something. There was another word. It's like, not in the heart of Miami. Josh Rivera. I don't think he would be that silly, right? Anthony Baptist, Lunar. And Judge to $3.99. These last 4 blasters were kind of quiet. No auto to close us out. There we go, friends. Another blaster case is in the books. We might do one more tomorrow. Tomorrow or Thursday. We got some new releases to get to tomorrow, so some new release soccer UEFA Finest club competitions. That should be a pretty good product. Quick recap, and then we'll go rip some hobby. Here we go. Non-numbered stuff. Yohandi, George Lombard, Walkow, Bryce Matthews, Brock Wilkin, Yoelen Cespedes, Robert Kalaz, and Emmanuel Tejada. Let's see. We've got paper numbered. Jacob Wilson, Jordan Westberg, Anthony Volpe, and Jacob Burke. Chrome numbered. We've got John Wimmer, Elijah Green, Carlos Silva, Jared Dickey. Out of 150 on the Roman Anthony. Out of 150 Cartaya and Jared Dickey Lava. Cooperstown, nice. We're going to Elizabethtown for the Ripken something in Kentucky at the end of June, I think. Ryan Burrows base chrome, Jader Arinamo base chrome, Eric Swan on the paper ink. Up in the showcase, Felix Morabel on the chrome ink, nice red. Ty Pete, true red as well on the base chrome there for the Mariners, and Ben Williamson as well on the ink. Luke Adams for the Brew Crew to 75, lunar yellow. Jefferson Rojas, Cubby space paper. Luis Matos rookie ink going out to our Giants, the Nationals with a Cruz lunar. Seems like you get one of each of the top guys in the lunar. Yankees taking home some heat with the Jason Dominguez out of 50 on the base paper rookie. And George Lombard, green paper ink to 99. Congrats, Yankees. Going out to Brian Hicks. Very, very nice. And there we go. Ripken in Tennessee. Yeah. I can't remember what the exact tournament's called, but it's in the Elizabethtown, Kentucky for the Ripken tournament. So appreciate you guys hanging out with me for this one. We'll be live here in just a few for our hobby case. So have yourselves a great rest of your night. We'll see you soon.